Hello, hello. This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keep You Modern Janky with some mono green chocobo action. Double Field of Ruin, brutal. Otherwise, that'd be just one forest. Kahira, I think that's a control. Alright, so two lands. We're going to keep. I think we're going to put. Man, we would love to have that Snakeskin Veil. Put that. We're going to put Chocobo on the bottom, and we're going to save Snakeskin Veil for protection, perhaps, of something of ours. Otherwise, we're going to Mossborn Hydra, if this lives. Probably not going to. Is it Lightning Bolt? No. Blue spell? Nope. Red spell? Nope. The Pump Fake. Alright, well, we really needed that. Now we really want to fetch land. We want to fetch land so that we can use this. We can't even. This is bad. Bad for us. We gotta hold up the Snakeskin Veil mana to protect our only threat, which is a whopping 1/2. We can't play a Chocobo. Man, missing on our lands with our 21 land deck. Brutal. Up against control, I assume. Guess it could be like an Omnath or something. Domain. Well, I guess we do not get to play Magic today. I mean, we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. Growth Spiral. Sweet. Haven't seen that one in a while. Usually that is a deck doing broken things. Ramping into extra turns or something like that. This Lockhart's really going the distance. Our opponent has 0 motivation to kill it. Red and 6. That's a good target for our Chocobo. Maybe this is Escape Shift. It could be Indomitable Creativity. Do we find a land? We do not. And yet again, it's a green spell. We have this Field of Ruin. Oh my goodness. We're going to do nothing this whole game after they killed our Delighted Halfling. We really wanted that Delighted Halfling. I mean, two-lander, it's not that risky of a keep. We had a handful of stuff to do. We just, the lack of another green has been problematic. I mean, at some point we should just pull the trigger. I think our opponent's already pulled so far ahead that they're going to win. Too much value, too many lands. We missed too many land drops. Ooh, Wilderness Reclamation. It gives us some information about their deck. So Force of Vigors could be good. They're gonna float some mana, do something big. What is it? Draw some park cards. Memory Deluge. So yeah, just straight up. Oh, there's a fetch land. This would have been nice a while ago. This doesn't even synergize. It doesn't even synergize. It's now a 2/2. Oops, 4/2, excuse me. I mean, if our opponent, there's a world in which our opponent is too greedy with their life total. And we, the Snakeskin Veil keeps us alive, but I think this is our window, and if they just have a counterspell, then we're probably dead. And they do. That's too bad. We've been holding on to that snakeskin veil the whole game. Alright, what would we like? We would like our opponent not to draw many cards. Alright, well we'll bring in the Force of Vigors and maybe the Veil of Summers, but then what do we take out? Not even sure I want to show them anything else. They're going to float a bunch of mana. Cast a gigantic creature spell, or non-creature spell, I mean. Yeah, I played against a deck like this in Standard, and it was super boring. Nexus of Fate, yeah. I mean, we missed too many land drops to be competitive. There was a chance we might have had enough to, you know, maybe could have been competitive if had we not stumbled on mana for however many turns we did, like a bazillion. And do we bring in the Veil of Summers? Okay. They do play a lot of targeted removal, so what are we going to take out? Hardened Scales gives us some very explosive turns. Chocobo is, you know, gives us some... also some explosive turns. I mean, it can get big really fast and pressure our opponent's life total, but it also just dies straight up to Ren 6. As does Lotus Cobra. Excuse me. We'll take out 2 Lotus Cobras, a Hardened Scales, and go down the Force of Vigor just to bring in the 3. Alright, well, extra turns. At least it was fast. It could have been slower. I mean, this is not our best turn, but we'll try it. Veil of Summer isn't as good as something like it's not as good as something like what's the word I'm looking for? Snakeskin Veil against the Lightning Bolt answers. Alright, maybe they'll just play Ren 6. And then we can get a big hit in. So we can play the Lotus Cobra. See if they want to counter this. They do not. But we have to go to combat. So I feel like we just kind of want to not bother. We don't want to run out the Hydra into a counter spell when we can next turn. I don't know, whatever. We're going to do it anyway. Into a counter spell because they could have countered the Lotus Cobra. Because we're going to wait on the landfall trigger anyway, so we're not going to have the extra land. Lightning Bolt. There's nothing we could have done about that. So then they can untap with Ren and 6 and ping off our Hydra, which is unfortunate. Or not, because they don't have the land. Or it's just Blowout City. Nice. Oh, Veil of Summer. Alright, well, in some worlds, I think we should have held on to the Mossborn Hydra until this turn. for these very reasons. I mean, it does put a lot of pressure on our opponent and forces them to have answers, but when they have answers, man, we are just in trouble. Triple blue. Baseju. So if we had held off, we could have played it with Veil of Summer up, and then they would have needed another answer. It would have been a 2-2, so... Archmage's Charm. I mean, we'll Veil of Summer just to draw, because we have another one. A useless land, number 2. So yeah, we have 21 lands. Last game we could not find a third land. In this game we are drawing back-to-back lands. So we slowed them down a little bit. See if we can continue slowing them down. Well, that was a bit of a net zero. Forgot they don't just get a basic. They can get anything they want. Womp womp. It's late. I've been playing a lot today. My brain is hurting. Just... I mean, the lightning bolt is what's brutal right now, right? Six cards in our opponent's hand. Our opponent just chomping at the bit. I mean, they love this matchup, I'm pretty sure. Alright, play Wooded Foothills. Correct the Wooded Foothills. Watch out now. Your life total is going to take a hit. It's taking a hit. Boom, shakalaka, 4 damage. You can't handle it. You can't handle that. Delighted Halfling. That does help us make things uncounterable, right? Yeah, I mean, they took a hit and then just with the lightning bolt, and this Veil of Summer is looking real bad. Yeah, but I mean, this is the disruption that can really make our deck look clunky and bad because they just answer all of our threats. And we're left to the mercy of the top of our deck, and if we draw into lands and sideboard cards, then we can't rebuild very well. So we need to get there's more traction than we are having right now in order to have a chance, I think. They probably have counter magic for this anyway. Hardened Scales. Boom. Get in there, Halfling. I think I have 6 through my own turn. That's how eager I was to play it. I just clicked OK through my turn. Alright, the opponent's down to 2 cards. Surely one of those 3 cards is not just a massive draw spell, right? Alright, dodging a bullet. We do not have a land to follow up, but that is we do have a lot of power on the battlefield if our opponent does not have a lightning bolt. If we can find a fetch land. They must have found their giant card draw spell. Nexus of Fate. Sure. Have an extra turn. It's well, I mean, when you have extra turns and 6 cards and lethal, you know, it feels worse. When you have an extra turn and you're just drawing up to what, 2 or 3. I mean, it's basically a 7 mana draw one. Fetch land, please. This time I want lands. Ice. Veil of Summer. Counterspell. Well, balls. I think we still go for the Collected Company main phase. Just hope they don't have another counterspell. Tifa Lockhart, Traveling Chocobo. Maybe we find a fetch land on top. It's a Field of Ruin. We get a bunch of counters. So choose target creature. That puts it up to 4. This puts it up to 4. Does not, however, grow our. Alright, I mean, next turn, they have 2 cards. What is their final 2 cards? We've managed to dodge the giant card draw spells. Drawing a land. We're in 6. They're going to cycle. Get a land and cycle it, I think. Alright, one more look, folks. One more look. Can we dodge it? Can we fade one more draw? Is it scooping time, or is it board wipe or Nexus or draw a million cards time? And it's scooping time. Alright, I mean, that was good. We managed to... we did get lucky. Our opponent flooded. We were also flooding. We were also flooding. What do we want to bring in? Anything else on the play? Lotus Cobra just seems really bad on the play. So take that out. All of our 1 toughness. Could bring in endurance. I think I want to bring in the Bloom Vine or Regents as just an alternative. Threat gives us some land drops. Not a bad late game draw if we're back in that situation. 6 minutes to beat the control deck before my babysitter has to leave. Can I do it? 6 minutes to lose the control deck. Can they do it? Okay, we have 2 lands again. With the Veil of Summer and a 2-drop, will we draw into more lands? See, we have some of our best cards. We just need to find lands. I mean, that was not what we wanted to see. We wanted to see a basic forest off the top. So we won't crack our fetch. Alright, we might actually get to see our Bloomvine Regent in action with the Omen. Going to do a Growth Spiral. Opponent B on the play is a little bit scarier. They are so far ahead already on the manas. Wilderness Reclamation. It's a good card. Good for them. I think we run this out and hope to find mana for the... we don't even mind if they counter it. In fact, we kind of want them to. They probably just have lightning bolts, though. We're okay with the counter spell because then it means we might get the Mossborn if we draw into a land. Alright, so far nothing. Give us an untapped land, baby. That's all they are. They're only untapped lands. Hopefully, I mean, this is unlikely to resolve, but we would like it to. They might, yeah, counterspell. And we don't have the Veil of Summer mana, unfortunately. We really needed the mana, and it would have grown her. So if opponent goes for the untapping shenanigans, untap, we can just force a vigor, pitching. I don't even know, the Veil of Summer, Mossborn Hydra, fire. Sure. Oops. No. Two cards. Can we find a land? Sigh. Alright, well, this is what we got. We're just going to have to run out our threats and hope they don't have counter magic. There are two cards. And they have another counter spell. Running them out of answers, though. Running them out of answers. We're just one land away from playing a Mossborn Hydra with Veil of Summer backup. That is a land. And we have Collected Company. We Collected Company. Do we take a turn to set up? What's your last card, homie? The problem with this is that it dies to almost anything they cast. Lightning bolt, fire, they have so much removal. We would have liked to have found a land there, not another Veil of Summer. Just to try to get through this Collected Company. Opponent's got a lot of cards, which makes me unhappy. Memory a Deluge with Counterspell backup. Two cards in hand. What is the likelihood that they have a counterspell? Number 3. Find out. I mean, our poor Mossborn Hydra is looking real bad right now. And we get another Collected Company. They have so many cards. I'm sure they found plenty. We would love to find a land off the top. Lightning Bolt, the Chocobo, never mind. No fear. Wilderness Wreck, yep. Yep. Untap. Thing is, this is the time they can do whatever they want, basically. Nexus of Fate, draw some more cards. And then, like, yeah, the Ottawa, we don't have protection from blue because of the... Alright, I mean, our opponent's 3 cards. We're fighting through the hate, or we're fighting through a lot of the nonsense again. They can flash back the memory deluge, though, and find more answers. They can't. Alright, yeah, I mean, they might as well. Then they can cast it and have 5 mana up. We just really want to find an untapped land. Sigh. I mean, maybe we just cycle this Veil of Summer to draw a card. I mean, it is something, right? It's something. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. I am past my 7 o'clock bedtime. Babysitter leaving. This is now a 5/5. That's pretty good. Can it be good enough? For instance, it dodges Lightning Bolt. It dodges some other things. Can we protect it with our Veil of Summer? Shock Typhoon. Sure. Bloomvine Regent. Not bad, not bad. This is now an 11/11. Can we do lethal right now? That's the 3rd counterspell. Do they have another counterspell? Do they have the 4th counterspell? They're going to make some sharks and draw into... Do they find their 4th counterspell? Alright. They must have found something. Another growth spiral? Oh, Snakeskin Veil. Yes. That's perfect. I mean... This... I don't think we're going to sneak it out, but... 23, yeah, that's enough. They scoop it up. Oh, I forgot the land doubles it. Man, eking out, taking down control, fighting through the hate. I mean, I thought this deck might struggle with decks that can pick apart what you're doing. How many counter spells did we fight? 1, 2, 3 counter spells, a lightning bolt, fire and ice, Otawara. Mossborn Hydra is the truth in this deck. All right, for CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. Catch y'all in the next one.